What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of
Full
Metal Bracket.
Dude, we're crushing that. Just straight up.
We just need a producer who points at both of us at the same time so we can say that.
Yeah, but then with the lag and all that jazz, it's gonna fuck up. So
that's true, as Dorina found out. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna get into it today. Heavy metal or full metal bracket. Breaking down one of these brackets that you guys have been sending us, and we appreciate it madly. We've got an influx of them, so we thought we'd do one right after another here, 2 weeks in a row, breaking these things down and have a lot of fun talking about them. Right, Matt?
that we have. I mean, it seems as though there's a groundswell of individuals that agree with us because we've got brackets for days.
Yeah, for days.
So we're just going to continue on with the full metal bracket challenge.
Yeah.
And do one for today's show. So our bracket comes to us from Fred-tastic.
Hey-o.
And he says, "Hey, Matt and John, I've been loving these bracket shows and wanted to do one as well. His choice is movie quotes.
Ooh.
With so many great movies and movie quotes, I decided to take a handful of recent-ish popular movie quotes and pair them against each other randomly, of course. No rankings. So here goes."
Oh, Fred, you're copping out on the rankings. I'm gonna call you out on this, Fred. There's a reason the brackets exist. Brackets exist to rank things. So in my opinion, you gotta assign a number ranking on these things. But I get it. You're probably a very nice guy. You don't want to pick one over another, but just putting it out there.
Yeah, so we just have side A and side B. We don't have a full bracket to print off.
Yeah.
So I will just be, I guess, handwriting all this out.
Well, can't you copy and paste on a Word doc, or do you want me to do it? I can do it.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll do it here. I'll so I can get us, because there aren't that many. So, but I can certainly assign our names or initials next to one so we can monitor it and make sure we're all on the same page.
It sounds good to me.
All right, here we go.
All right, so first up on side A, we have the first matchup is I Feel the Need. The Need for Speed. Versus Just Keep Swimming.
So that's Top Gun versus Finding Nemo, Matt.
I mean, I think that's as much as I like Just Keep Swimming. And it's a nice distillation of an idea.
Yeah.
Of just keep moving forward. You can't let the past, bother you.
Yeah.
And onwards and upwards type of thing. I Feel the Need for Speed to me seems better, but at the same time, I would imagine I'd be more apt to say Just Keep Swimming.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is an internal conflict.
Well, I think I'm going to go with I Feel the Need.
Yeah, that's my choice. Not even a question. I love Finding Nemo. Don't get me wrong, and I like that quote. But I feel the need for speed. That just speaks to me on so many levels. So for me, that's the choice as well. So we'll make that both our choices here. What's the next matchup?
All right, so that one moves on. The next one is from Endgame, and it's I Am Iron Man versus Captain Phillips's I'm the Captain Now.
Wow. But it's not. Okay.
Well, go ahead. I'm the one that's reading them, so please.
Was I Am Iron Man? Is that from Endgame or from the first Iron Man movie when he says it before the film ends at the press conference?
I don't know. He hasn't listed.
He hasn't.
Which movie it's from? He just.
What does he say there at the bottom? He didn't. Did you read that part of it? The bottom half of the email.
Well, he says I didn't use movie titles because obvious.
Well, not so obvious.
Not so obvious yet, but also because I didn't want the popularity of the movie weighing on the vote if possible. So thanks for reading my bracket, and I hope you have fun.
Oh, okay. And he's going to let us know what his
final. That's fun. That's fun.
Yeah, that's a new wrinkle. If you guys want to let us know how your bracket ended up in terms of who won your bracket. We can announce that after we talk about our bracket.
Yeah, he's got his final two and then his selection of the final two that make it out of each side.
Yeah. So either way, well, I mean, I guess you can choose one, I guess, because this one's a little more.
Well, which one do you want to go with? In game, or
I feel like the end game one carries more weight than the one he does at the beginning of Iron Man. At the end of Iron Man.
But then meme potential, I'm the Captain Now crushes it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, I've seen I'm the Captain Now.
Right.
It's been used for years since that movie came out, and I have yet to see anyone use I am Iron Man.
Okay.
In that kind of context.
That's a
so
fair
the
point.
Quote itself, I'm the Captain Now, has lived on to greater, esteem in the popular lexicon.
Is that swaying you?
Yeah, I think it is. I think I would take I'm the Captain Now just because more people have gravitated towards using that.
I think I have to counter a little bit and say that it feels like so many people use it. It's become a bit of a comedic meme in my mind. So I am Iron Man because of how the symbolism of it in Endgame, that it's the thing that kicks off the MCU, in my opinion. And although Hulk came before, I think, was it Iron Man came before Hulk? Either way, it kicks off the MCU, him revealing who he is. That is so essential to what is going to happen in the MCU. To have him say that at the end as his last words, he doesn't say anything to Pepper or to Peter Parker as he's dying. Those are literally his last words. I think there's so much symbolism there that for me, I give the vote to that, because at the end of the day, he's not Tony Stark. He is Iron Man, the more heroic version of him. That's who he actually is in real life. So, or in the life of the MCU. So I give the vote to I am Iron Man for that.
All right.
All right. What's the next matchup?
It is I Can Do This All Day versus Are You Not Entertained?
Oh, man. That is the first tough one, in my opinion, that we've come to for me. Woo. Matt.
What say you?
This is fucking tough. I think I have to go with Are You Not Entertained, because I find myself connecting with Maximus more than I do with the skinny, spindly kid in Captain America. So I just find a stronger connection to Are You Not Entertained? So that's my choice. Even though I Can Do This All Day. What about you?
I mean, on the one hand, I Can Do This All Day is great. But on the other, Are You Not Entertained is like universal.
Yeah.
I've used that just in my head when people are disgruntled about something that's just amazing, and you're like, are you not entertained? Like, what are you finding fault in this?
Yeah.
Type of situation. And then I've seen it used in, movie and television, just in reference to those things, but I've seen it used in sports.
Yeah.
By athletes of like, what else do you want from us type of situation? Like, this is the best it's going to get. So yeah, Are You Not Entertained? I think it's pretty much an all timer.
Yeah. I agree with that. All right. So there we go. All right. Well, what's the next matchup here?
And the final one of the first side.
Okay.
Feels like a drubbing. It's May the Force Be With You versus Blue, You're My Boy. Which isn't it? You're My Boy Blue?
You're My Boy Blue? Yeah, it's My Boy Blue. Oh, man.
I mean, who doesn't love old school?
Come on now.
But this doesn't even seem fair.
I don't know what to do here, because I love You're My Boy Blue. I mean, I literally scream it at least once a month. But I guess you have to go with May the Force Be With You, even though it seems like a chalk situation. So,
but then the bottom of this bracket, like the top is, congratulations, you guys made it on. When you look at the pairing of the next two, because I'm going with you, May the Force Be With You. So now that's going up. Okay, that doesn't seem fair, but
yeah. All right, and there's only 3 In the oh no, I guess there's two. Okay, so four rather. So all right, let's. Oh, do you want to keep going on side A? Do we want?
Yeah,
to
we'll do
now?
side A
Okay.
and then we'll
All right.
take the break.
Sounds good. I feel the need for speed now going up against I Am Iron Man for me, and I'm the captain now for Matt Nost. What do you got, Matt?
I like that you've taken over, you son of a bitch.
Oh, son of a bitch! I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. I apologize. Please feel free to.
I don't care. I don't care. It's
No,
just
you're
like,
right.
oh, all right, go for it.
I'm sorry.
Well, you do have the sheet in front of you, so it makes
Yeah,
it
well,
a
that's
little
what. But
easier.
no, please go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, technically, I'm reading. So, what's your answer?
Oh, yeah. I still think I am Iron Man. Nah, fucking. No, I gotta go with I feel the need for speed. It's just I know it's cheesy, but it's for me. I feel the need for speed. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one for me. I still retain that one. What about you?
All right, so I have speed versus I'm the captain now,
Yes.
and I think I'm gonna go with I'm the captain now.
Wow, strong statements. Strong statements from Matt Nose, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
So then we have the death match.
Yeah.
Because I have a feeling whatever wins this side of the bracket.
Yeah.
We both have Are You Not Entertained versus May the Force Be With You.
Yeah.
So
you go first this time.
I'm reading, buddy.
Come on now.
I'll have to go first when you read.
Oof. All right.
Lest I commandeer that side of the list from you.
Shit balls. Oh, shit. I don't, I guess. I mean, I just don't have the same. It's kind of, all right, fine. Are You Not Entertained? That's what I'm going with.
I agree.
Yeah.
May the Force Be With You is great.
Yeah. Don't get us wrong.
It is, but Are You Entertained is much more universal.
Yeah.
I think. Because when you say like May the Force Be With You, that doesn't come up. I don't ever say that to someone else. It's just never.
Matt's telling you he's not a nerd, ladies and gentlemen. He's trying.
Oh, it's not. It's. Have you ever said that to someone?
No.
Yeah.
I
whereas the Are You Not Entertained? I don't know that I have, but I could see myself saying it.
Yeah.
So for the quotability on my personal end, Are You Not Entertained?
Okay.
Makes it. So then now you've got Need for Speed versus Are You Not Entertained? And I've got I'm the Captain Now versus Are You Not Entertained?
Oh man, really tough. I mean, there's just I instinctively today, because I could change my mind tomorrow. But today, Are You Not Entertained seems to win for me over I feel the need for speed. And I like the need for speed, and it's about camaraderie and excitement at a young man's moment. But there's such weight to Are You Not Entertained at the moment that it happens in the movie, and he's essentially turning on the crowd, or being bloodthirsty, and he's calling them out, which is something you rarely have seen from a gladiator in a movie. So there's just more weight to that than there is the exuberance of youth that is, I feel, the need for speed. So for where I'm at today mentally, Are You Not Entertained is my choice.
And for I'm the Captain Now versus Are You Not Entertained? Are You Not Entertained?
Yeah.
Takes that pretty easily for me.
Okay. All right. So both of us come out from the same place, even though we took different routes, we ended up in the same place. All right. Should we take a break here, Matt?
Yeah. Take a quick break here. This word from our sponsor, and be right back with the second half of the bracket. All right. There we are. Let's jump into the second half of the bracket.
All right. Let's take a look at this one here. 4 matchups as well. Side B of the bracket. There's no crying in baseball from A League of Their Own versus You Shall Not Pass from the first Lord of the Rings movie. Matt Nost. Oof, tough.
This is a good one.
Yeah, tough.
Yeah. I don't. They're both really good.
Listen to this.
I think I go with There's No Crying in Baseball.
Wow.
I think that's a better line.
Okay.
And I also think that as much as I love Ian McKellen,
Yeah.
you could have substituted someone else from the cast into that, and the line delivery is still as good. Whereas I can't divorce Tom Hanks from There's No Crying in Baseball. I can't imagine any other character in that movie being able to deliver that line.
Yeah. I didn't make it that far in the League of Their Own TV series to see if Offerman delivers the line or not.
I don't recall that he does in the
Okay.
series. The series is fine.
It's really, yeah.
It
It was a letdown for me, sadly.
There's very little baseball in it.
Yeah, because they can't play baseball, those actresses.
So. Well, don't really care about that. Yes, when they're pitching and whatnot, it's so ridiculously fake.
Yes.
They don't even try and hide it.
Yeah.
They're just like, fuck it. It's going to look like this. And the acting's all good. I just had an expectation on some level, be like, well, it's going to be about baseball a little bit.
Right.
And it's like, not really at all. It's kind of, that's incidental to the actual stories. So I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, A League of Their Own is so intrinsically tied to baseball. It's about what they were doing, not only about the relationships that were going on. I think that's where the show fell apart for me, is they focused too much on the relationships. And like you said, not enough on the team and the baseball aspect of it all. They were coming together as women, not coming together as a team, right? It felt like there's a little bit of a difference.
Yeah, it was more of an exploration of like gender roles at that time and hidden sexualities.
Yeah, right. Yes, right. Of course.
Yeah. That was a huge part of it, which is a good topic to explore. Just, I don't know. Should we get to the baseball? Like, that's why they're all there together.
I mean, isn't there a game?
A little bit. There's a game every once and again, and there's some strife as to who's going to lead the team when Offerman isn't there.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Which, that's interesting. I would like more of that dynamic, and they kind of explored a little bit, but ultimately, it was okay.
I like Abby. I just don't like. I just didn't buy her as the lead in that show. Yeah, it's too many. It felt like too many Second City or Groundlings people getting together to do something, and it just didn't feel enough
to prove they can do drama.
Yeah, or sports drama or something. Whereas Gina Davis and Lori Petty and some of the other actresses, even Rosie, like, you get that vibe that these are like, these women could play baseball. These women could actually be a part of this thing, and there's just different approach. They're not all like sketch comedians, and so it just kind of bothered me a little bit. Anyway. All right. The second matchup here is
what was your choice?
You Shall Not Pass. For me, I know this is ironic for people who would say I don't like the Lord of the Rings movies. That scene is excellent. And I love Ian McKellen in those movies, and the way he delivers You Shall Not Pass. There's such a defiance to it, such a truth in it. And the reason he's doing it to protect who he's protecting in that moment is just carries so much weight for me. So that's the choice for me. And I love There's No Crying in Baseball. Such a great line. But Tom has so many great lines throughout that movie that I don't think it's quite as unique in its own way. All right. Next matchup is I'm the King of the World versus My Precious. Matt.
A lot of the Lord of the Rings love.
Yeah, no shit.
On the second half of this bracket. You would think that he would have split them up at least.
Put them against each other.
Oh yeah, possibly put them against each other.
Yeah.
I question the quote unquote randomness of these pairings.
And Fred, we're just ball busting you.
Yeah.
Send in your brackets if you want. We're just
had you put one at the top and one at the bottom, then I could spin it and be like, well, he clearly wants Lord of the Rings to win.
Yeah,
because he's separated, so they don't have to face off against. We can spin it however we want to.
You don't put Duke and Carolina in the same bracket. You just don't do that.
Unless it's an off year for one of them. All right, so I'm King of the World versus My Precious.
Yeah.
Boy, I've heard them both a lot.
Mm-hmm.
My Precious to the degree that I'm good.
You mean like heard it enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so many different contexts, but it is iconic. And I'm King of the World is basically that and the fact that you could have fit two people on the floating door.
Yeah.
I think of the two things that stick with you, or at least me. After the movie, I'm gonna go with My Precious, I think.
Okay. All right. My Precious. There it is. For me, I'm gonna go with My Precious as well, because I think I'm the King of the World is in a movie full of cheesy lines. It is arguably the cheesiest. And I know some people love that line, but it's one of those things that make me cringe when I watch the movie now. Yeah, it just doesn't quite work for me 100%. So, because we don't have enough time with Jack to sense where Jack is coming from. He's just a free spirit anyway.
Okay.
So he's just kind of unleashing that line in that moment. But I imagine it's not the first time he stood at something and screamed into the void or whatever. So, I'm going to go with My Precious because I think it speaks more to what's going on with that character in the film at the time, which I imagine is the second one. And we have such a great journey with him throughout that episode, throughout that film. Going from what is he?
You see him do I can't remember if it's in Two Towers or Return of the King, but he's having the conversation with his mirrored self in the puddle.
Right.
Yeah. That is absolutely stellar.
Yeah.
The back and forth. You clearly know who's talking. The angel or the devil. Yeah. It's really, there's that amazingness in gravity that they can create. And then you watch Rings of Power and it's cheeseball line after cheeseball line. You're like, what happened, guys? What happened? You're good. I am good. Okay. My favorite is the queen that, spoilers.
No.
That is blinded. And she's like, I see. And then the other dude is like, do you? What the fuck is going on in this show? What the fuck is going on? That's the line that made it there. That one killed me watching it. I was like, you gotta be fucking. Yeah, I knew he was gonna say it too. Yeah. As soon as she said, I see, I was like, he better not fucking say, do you? And it waits a beat. I like that guy at first, and then he wore on me after a while.
Yeah.
I don't know. He seems better served to be the dad on a CW show.
or one of Lauren Graham's boyfriends in Gilmore Girls or something.
Sure. I've never seen that show, but sure, I'll take your word for it. It's just
all right, let's move on to the next one here. A little Fast and Furious action versus Spider-Man action. I live my life 1/4 mile at a time versus with great power comes great responsibility. Matt.
In what could be the biggest surprise of this entire matchup for me.
Wow.
I live my life 1/4 a mile at a time. I have texted 2 friends just because it's such a stupid line.
It really is.
That whenever you're trying to sell, fucking, I'm in, man. I'm in. Anything like that, dude. Who you talking to, man? I live my life 1/4 mile at a time. I've used that line a lot because it's so awful. So it's unfortunate because with great power comes great responsibility is a great line, but I think that's almost overused in those films at this point.
Yeah.
Whereas 1/4 mile is pretty fantastic.
I've never had the connection to great power comes great responsibility line that other people seem to have with it. I liked Spider-Man and I enjoyed Spider-Man growing up. I never became an obsessive Spider-Man fan like some people are, and no disrespect, you like what you like. So that line never really carried the same weight with me that it has for other people. And I think May the Force be with you is on par with great power comes great responsibility. And I already gave that one a pass in the first half of the bracket for as far as it could go. So for this one, I got to take it out. So I also agree with you. I live my life 1/4 mile at a time. There's just endless comedy to be mined from that line. Just endless comedy. It never gets old. I've seen it used multiple times, depending on situations with friends or on TV at times with little sketch jokes. So, yeah, I like it. Plus, it's got a good message. It's like, you know what? I don't look too far ahead and I don't look behind me. I just 1/4 mile at a time. It's not a bad philosophy.
I think you're giving more weight to that than they ever intended. Vin just thought it was a really cool line.
This is great. How many?
And I am so dialed in to the world of street racing that I don't know anything else.
How many
My
words
life
are in this
only
line?
exists
Perfect.
in these moments. And that's the type of, dramatic delivery you get from a big brother like that.
It's true. It's very true. All right, our last matchup here on the side B of the bracket here. Some more Star Wars, as you say. I don't think it's as random as they say. Do or do not. There is no try. Versus Rubbin' is Racing, which I think is from
That's Days of Thunder.
Days of Thunder, right? Not Ricky Bobby. So I find this to be odd because he said he was taking them from the new-ish movies, but it sounds to me like maybe not as new-ish or recent-ish.
Yeah, I mean, that's
I don't think that qualifies as recent-ish.
Over 25-ish years ago.
Yeah.
For Days of Thunder. And then Star Wars.
Empire Strikes Back is like 80, 82, 80, something like that.
Yeah, I was going to say 81.
No, maybe 81. You're probably right. I'm never right on movie release dates.
I mean, I don't even think this one's close. Do you?
1980.
1980. I'm taking do or do not. There is no try.
Okay. All right. Fine.
I mean, I love me some Days of Thunder.
Don't get me wrong.
Cole Trickle is one of the greatest movie names in the history of cinematic, existence.
Not to be outdone by, what was his name in Con Air? Cameron Poe.
Cameron Poe? Dude, Cole Trickle's a way better.
Yeah. All right. You get in that car, you'll die, Cole.
I don't have the affinity for Con Air that everyone else seems to, though. So
it's a shame.
It's really not. That movie's not good. It's not. Even for mindless action, it is fucking stupid as shit.
Oh my God, how dare you? I'm going to let you get away with this only because we're doing the show. It's ridiculous, the things you're saying. They're coming out.
Listen, the movie doesn't make. I don't know. There's so many things that kill me about that movie.
I know. Clearly.
It just fucking killed me. He goes to jail because he got into a bar fight because he's basically a registered weapon.
He killed somebody. Almost killed somebody.
Yeah, well, I think you could easily, claim self-defense.
Maybe, especially a military guy, right? Coming back from serving overseas, you imagine.
They could factor in some sort of PTSD, and he was provoked.
True.
And you know what? You need more psychological help than putting you away in a prison just to harden you and not rehabilitate you further.
Yeah, that's true.
It seems like the worst approach for all of this. But booby trapping a junkyard with half full propane tanks.
Yeah.
Because as we all do, first off, I've never thrown away a propane tank. You just trade them in for a new one.
Right.
B, even if you were to throw it away, you're telling me you throw away half full ones and there's enough of them to where you can set a booby trap?
It's true.
Because
that's a good point.
And aside from all the other things, that's, one of many sins to me in that movie.
Oh, man, that is hilarious.
But do or do not, there is no try. Makes it on for both of us, I guess.
Yes, I think so. Yes, for sure. All right, so our second round matchup is Are You Not Entertained, which both of us chose, versus for Matt, There's No Crying in Baseball, and for me, You Shall Not Pass.
Well, Are You Not Entertained is the winner of the top bracket.
Oh, sorry. The first matchup here is There's No Crying in Baseball versus You Shall Not Pass. Matt?
Well, we've done that one. You took You Shall Not Pass. I took There's No Crying in Baseball.
I'm going to do this again. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I without a bracket, I'm kind of lost. Without these bars and lines, I'm a little lost. All right.
It does help.
There's No Crying in Baseball, Matt, versus my precious And for me, You Shall Not Pass versus My Precious. Matt.
I'm going to take There's No Crying in Baseball.
Wow. Moving on to the second round for Matt. No, I'm going to take You Shall Not Pass. I take it over My Precious. I still take it over My Precious. So there we go.
Fair
All
enough.
right. Our next matchup, Dom Toretto. I Live My Life 1/4 mile at a time versus Yoda. Do or do not. There is no try. Two philosophers in their respective franchises, Matt.
I mean, the better quote is do or do not, but I'm taking I Live My Life 1/4 mile at a time.
You're shameless. You're fucking shameless.
Hey, it's the most I've ever said is there is no try. I've never said the full thing to anyone, whereas 1/4 mile I genuinely have. So
fair enough. I'm going to take do or do not. There is no try because that's philosophy in life. Unfortunately, when you come from a father who constantly drilled that into your brain, trying is failing, doing is succeeding. I have to go with that line. All right. So, Matt Nost, you have There's No Crying in Baseball versus I Live My Life 1/4 mile at a time. Ooh, this is a heavyweight fight for you.
yes, but shockingly, I Live My Life 1/4 mile at a time is going to make the final of this for me. I'm telling you,
Incredible.
you got to pick your spots. But ever since I heard that line, I have been using it and I have texted it on numerous occasions for comedic effect.
Fair enough. All right. For me, as much as I just champion the Yoda line, in the end, You Shall Not Pass just carries more weight for me. Delivery, scene, the whole thing. So I love that line. And I even loved it when Jason Segel did it in Forgetting Sarah Marshall, which was really funny. All right. So here's our final matchups. On one side of the bracket, Are You Not Entertained versus I Live My Life 1/4 mile at a time. For Matt Nost, and for me, it's Are You Not Entertained versus You Shall Not Pass. Matt Nost.
A matchup I did not see coming.
Nope.
For me personally, at the start of this, but Are You Not Entertained is going to win.
Wow.
My final bracket. Look, 1/4 mile. God bless you. You made it much longer than anyone would have guessed.
More than 1/4 mile.
More than 1/4 mile. Well, that's what happens. You get past that 1/4 mile and just can't just start living over that new 1/4 mile. You know what I mean? You got to stop, reset, start over. It's not 1/3 of a mile that you're living. So what's your choice?
It's got to be Are You Not Entertained? At the end of the day, as much as I love You Shall Not Pass, there's just a swagger to Are You Not Entertained that is very much my ethos, which is to call out even the crowd that might be watching you and making them aware of what they might be doing so they can change. So that's where I land. Plus, I love the delivery by Russell Crowe, who's in the prime of his life as an actor, walking, strutting in an arena, yelling back at the crowd. So that's my choice. I love that.
Now there's videos of his vacation to Rome floating around on Twitter over the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, the best one was they were going to the Coliseum and he's like, kids, I'm going to take you to work. And they were like, Dad.
Oh, Dad. You're such a cheese ball shit.
Yeah. It's good. I liked it.
Oh, so funny. All right. Well, there we go. That's our bracket, right, man?
That it is fantastic. It was a good one. So his final is I Can Do This All Day versus Do or Do Not. There Is No Try. And his winner is from Yoda.
Wow.
And it's Do or Do Not. There Is No Try.
A great choice.
It is a great choice.
Yeah.
Had you not had quarter mile, I think I would have taken that all the way to the finals.
Oh,
I still
wow.
would have taken "Are You Not Entertained?" Of all
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite quote.
Yeah.
And I'm sure when you put that in there, Fred, you didn't anticipate that I was the one that was going to latch on to quarter mile so ardently. But yeah, life can be interesting.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that's great stuff. Thank you, Josh. Sorry. Thank you, Fredtastic314, for that bracket. I was just looking at the emails here that we had. So a lot of full metal brackets are coming through. So thank you so much for that one there, Fred. A lot of fun, and hope that inspires some of you all to do some brackets from a different angle, from a different direction. I would encourage y'all to rank them. I think it's fun to rank them however you want to, whatever criteria you want to use to rank them, and then put them in like actual bracket form, so it's easier for us. You don't have to, but we'd like you to. I think I can say that. So there you go. All right, Matt. What else we need to tell them? Anything else before we wrap up here?
You can follow the show at Top 10 Show, all
Mhm.
spelled out, on Twitter or on Instagram and YouTube. It's / the Top 10 Podcast with the number 10. So follow us at any of those, and hit me up on Twitter or Instagram if you like, although I don't use it all that much, at Matt Nost. And that is it for me this week.
Okay. You can follow me at The Roca Says on Twitter and Instagram as well. And we'll talk to you next time with another brand new episode of
Full
Metal
Bracket!